Monday, May 19th, 2025, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Well, today I'm going to give you my opinion on what could be the biggest value investing opportunity of the 21st century so far. Yes, I've got Rudy with me here. Some of you have been asking where Rudy is. Well, right now we're having the study refurbished, so Rudy can't lie on the green sofa. He's been right behind me during the videos, so just wanted to let those of you who have asked know where Rudy is. So Rudy, back on the floor now. But we're going to start with gold. I've recently seen some analysis from In Gold We Trust, or Incrementum AG. I highly recommend their service. I'm going to put a link to their website below in the description. And they've looked at the bull market in the 70s, gold bull market. They've looked at the bull market from the early 2000s to 2011. And they're now looking at the bull market since it started in 2020, 2021 or thereabouts. And they've compared all-time highs, how many of these bull markets, how many all-time highs these bull markets have had. And we're going to come to the opportunity after we look at this. So in the 1970s, there were 209 new all-time highs in the gold price. In the bull market from the early 2000s, some people pick 1999 or 2001 as the low. In that bull market until 2011, when gold reached 1920, there were 106 all-time highs. And since 2020, up until April 11th, 2025, there were 74 new all-time highs. There's probably a few more now. But with the fundamentals being so strong currently, even compared to the 70s, I think we're still in the early stages of the current bull market in gold. And I have to admit, having been stacking gold and silver as well since 2002, yes, I've benefited in that my holdings have kept up with inflation and more. But we're going to look at the mining sector, though. But before we do, just give you an idea of how well bullion has done and how much the gold exploration sector has lagged since around 2010. So while gold spot price has seen a collective 180 new all-time highs in the past 25 years. So if we combine the bull market of the 2000s and the current bull market, 180 new all-time highs. And the spot price has more than 10x'd. And for a century to date, the appreciation has been around 1,233% from the 2001 February low in 2001. The spot price was around $255. The same, of course, cannot be said about the companies that explore for gold and develop projects and operate mines. So the gold mining industry has faced a critical crisis over the last 15 years. So from 2010 to now, exploration budgets have stagnated or declined. Discoveries also have plummeted. For example, between 1990 and 2023, there were 350 deposits found containing 2.9 billion ounces, but only 29 have occurred post 2010, with no major discoveries since 2016. So in a nutshell, global gold production has stagnated with projections of a 17% supply drop by 2030. And existing mines are depleting faster than reserves are replenished. So this underinvestment in new deposits is a huge driver for a likely supply crunch. Mines are depleting, it's a fact, and there are no major new discoveries, that's another fact. So I think it's incredibly bullish for gold, notwithstanding all the other fundamental reasons like debt and government spending, of course. And even the bullion banks, the Wall Street banks that are usually bearish on gold, they're even bolder about the future of gold. Recently, JP Morgan said they see the gold price reaching 4,000 by the second quarter of 2026. And the last major bull market for gold related companies occurred more than 13 years ago. And here we are above $3,000. While, gold has appreciated 75% since 2011, the GDXJ has depreciated by 63%. So that's where I think the value investing opportunity lies. That's my opinion. It's only a matter of time until the junior miners, exploration companies catch up. And this past month, legendary hedge fund manager John Paulson agreed to acquire 50% of the undeveloped Donlin gold deposit in Alaska for $1 billion. So there is some M&A activity starting in the sector. Well, the other thing I would point out to is that central banks continue to buy a lot of gold, especially non-Western central banks. They've bought 1,000 plus tons in the last 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024. And with de-dollarization continuing, I don't think that's going to stop. So the setup for gold is still great, in my opinion. So this is the best time as well to be looking at companies that own large known deposits of gold in prime jurisdictions. The setup couldn't be any better. And I think patience, though, is something that we need to consider. So with everything that I've just told you, this brings me to today's sponsor. That's AXCP Ventures. Ticker symbol in the US is GARLF. And we're going to look at what their strategy is in the junior mining exploration sector. And we're also going to look at the fact that insiders have been buying a lot of stock in the recent weeks. So a little more background on this company, AXCP Ventures. Well, it was incorporated to make investments to rapidly capitalize on the distressed conditions of the gold industry that we've spoken about. So the management assumes that their assets, which are comprised of roughly 5.57 million ounces of gold equivalent resources in the measured and inferred category, and just under 500,000 ounces of inferred. They assume that it's valued at only $5 per ounce, while peers are trading for 8 times that as much, or 700% more. And what they're looking to do here is for a re-rating of the value of their property or their project. AXCP Ventures' flagship Converse project in Nevada's Battle Mountain Trend, a premier gold jurisdiction that produces 75% of the US's gold, is a standout. And why? Well, the project's October 2024 mineral resource estimate reports 5.57 million ounces of measured and indicated gold and 0.42 million ounces inferred, with a drill program launched in March 2025. I said earlier that insiders have been purchasing a lot of stock in the first quarter of 2025. And that, of course, is a signal of strong management confidence in the project. For example, on May 1st, 2025, Mario Vitro, a co-founder and director, purchased 20,000 shares. And on top of that, Tyron Breitenbach, the second co-founder and director, purchased 50,000. And if you look at during the last week or so of April, Mario Vitro purchased a total of 240,000 shares. That's on top of the 20,000 he purchased in May. So they're very confident about the project, and they're putting their money where their mouth is, right? And the team that has been assembled to run AXCP Ventures, they have been involved in the discovery of over 20 million ounces of gold with previous endeavors. So let's look at the value proposition here. Well, advanced gold deposits are trading anywhere from $40 to $60 per ounce. AXCP Ventures is trading at $5. And the company has plenty of cash to keep drilling and improving the resource numbers, right? They've got $10 million in cash. So peers are trading at an average of $49, while AXCP's market cap translates to only $5 per ounce of resource. So to conclude, it's a very simple business model. They're going to keep drilling the property and in order to create the conditions for an exit at valuations comparable to recent ones that we've seen in the sector and in the region in Nevada. So to sum up, yes, the bull market in gold is still, in my opinion, raging. It's going to continue. We haven't seen half the amount of all-time highs that we saw in the 70s since 2020. We're seeing, of course, the mining sector, the junior exploration mining sector, lag way behind bullion. And yes, AXCP is trying to capitalize on this, and they're focused on re-rating the value of this project in Nevada, the Converse project. And the other thing I would say, make sure you do your research. I'm going to put a link to the company's website in the description. And as I always say in these videos about opportunities, that yes, they could be very profitable, but they can be very risky as well. So keep that in mind. And with that, I'm going to wish you all a very good rest of the day. Take care. Bye.